I'm the Genius Asian. Welcome to the Genius family. Today I'm going to show you the cheapest way to attach a cell phone to a tripod or to set up anywhere else. I promise some of these ideas cannot be found anywhere else. To make a DIY device, some people may say buy this or buy that, but I always use what I already have. So bear with me for the longer video, since I will show you various different ways to suit your own situation or inspire you to create your own.
If the phone has a case, you can cut a plastic piece from a packaging container and insert it into the phone case. Use a paper clamp to fasten it to the tripod. It works very well for this tripod. However, for a different tripod, the paper clamp does not latch on. This grape packaging box already has holes, or else you may punch a hole in whatever box you have. See, this old-fashioned camera has a thread on the bottom. Turn the camera to screw the plastic sheet onto the tripod. This is pretty secure. See, all these old cameras have threads on the bottom. Note that this is just a regular camera, not a cell phone camera. I am just using the thread that is built into the camera. If you don't have one of these old cameras, you can of course use a nut. This one piece of plastic feels flimsy, so we use this box since it has a good frame. We punch a hole first, screw a camera to the tripod to secure the box, cut a couple of slots, place the cell phone into the slots. The cardboard is holding the phone pretty tightly. Use a milk jug. This is similar to the box. Cut a larger opening so that you can put the camera in. Cut various places on the sides to suit various situations. Punch a small hole so that the camera can be attached to the tripod. The box or milk jug design is fine if the cameras are small, but if you only have this big camcorder, you will need a flat design. This is a paper clamp. Use a piece of masking tape to cover the bottom of the paper clamp. Using the wires as a guide, mark 4 holes on the side. Move the masking tape onto a stronger packaging material. Punch 4 holes. Remove the wires. Push the 2 wires into the 4 holes. Reinstall the wires so that the paper clamp will function as it did originally. Cut a hole for the tripod bolt. Screw a camera to the tripod to secure the plastic sheet. Then attach the cell phone to the paper clamp. The advantage of this flat design is to support a large camcorder, such as this one, and you are not limited with regard to size. If you're concerned about the clamp being too tight, you can attach any of your favorite cell phone holders, such as this box I made. In this case, consider this paper clamp to be the strong first anchor to enable you to attach other things. Another flat design is to use a coat hanger. Bend the coat hanger into this shape. Make sure the wires open wider than the width of the paper clamp. Open the paper clamp to allow the wires in. Turn 90 degrees to let the wires sit in the bottom. Push the wires to latch on the clamp. Screw a camera to the tripod to secure the new wire. Then attach the cell phone to the paper clamp. Again, consider this paper clamp to be the strong first anchor to enable you to attach other things. If the tripod bolt is too short, the thread cannot reach the bolt with the wire underneath there. Then look at what you already have. On the right are those big things. On the left are smaller things. Let's use the small nut. You will also need to cut a piece of a brace like this from somewhere. the two would secure it. But if you don't have these two things, there is no rush to go buy them. Since a phone is less than 200 grams in weight, you can make a simple nut yourself. Use an old credit card. Drill 2 holes of 7/32 of an inch in diameter. Cut a small piece, including 1 hole. Screw the tripod bolt into the credit card. Remember to use the correct turning direction. Screw the second credit card piece to secure it. This is pretty sturdy. If you use a very small paper clamp, then you may make the coat hanger like this. This is a bigger version of the same design. The instructions are as follows. Remove 1 wire from the paper clamp. Bend the coat hanger to replace the original wire. The shape of the coat hanger wire looks like this. Put the coat hanger wire into the paper clamp. Remove and reinstall the other original wire from the paper clamp so that the coat hanger wire goes to the center. This is the final position of the coat hanger wire. Use a hammer to flatten the new wire so that it is thinner. Screw a camera to the tripod to secure the new wire. Then attach the cell phone to the paper clamp. If you have work lights, meaning those lights on a dedicated tripod, you can attach those fixtures we made previously to the light. If you don't have a tripod, but want tripod-like function, you may use a lamp with a snake. Put a towel in the lampshade, put the phone in, propping it straight up. The amount of cloth on each side will tilt the phone to an angle. You can also use paper clamps. See, it is pretty sturdy. Now we are going to see a few ways to attach a cell phone in a car. Bend the coat hanger in this shape, put it inside the paper clamp, bend the last leg, put the cell phone in the paper clamp, move the original wire in this way, plug into the air vent. Another method is to use a thick rubber band. Use your key to push the rubber band into the air vent. Use your key to fish out one end of the rubber band. Form the rubber band loop. Put the cell phone in the rubber band loop. Check out my video link to the cheapest and simplest DIY cell phone GPS mount in a car for more examples. If you are not going to move your cell phone around, I have many ways to attach the cell phones. Check out my video for a home security system in the video link. First, you'll see how to attach the phone to a window. Now, let's put this camera phone to the window. You may leave it on the windowsill, but it may not be very secure. I plug in the power. This paper clamp can be attached here. This second paper clamp will fasten the phone to the first one. While it only takes 1 second to snap the second paper clamp to this phone with a flat back, for this curved back, the second clamp may not latch well, although tape can help reduce the tendency to slip. Still, other solutions may be needed, so you can use Legos to build a stand. If you want to hang the phone, you can use dental floss to make a knot. I will show you how to make a secure knot at the end of this video. Open the back cover and place the dental floss in. Close the cover. Hang wherever needed. If you use thicker thread, you can make it go through these holes at the center, then snap shut all sides, even if the center is not snug. Hang wherever needed. For example, this is a hole that a window mounting screw goes through. Push a coat hanger in. Hang the cell phone on the wire. Everybody's windows are a bit different, but here's another possibility. Push a chopstick into the space above the window and hang the phone from that. If you try using a suction cup, test it first because usually a suction cup does not stay long. If you want the paper clamp to support longer distance, you may remove the wire and replace it with a coat hanger. Use the second paper clamp to attach to the first one. You may also use dental floss to attach the phone to the clamp, or you can use strong tape. If you don't have strong tape, you can combine a weak tape with the dental floss. See, the dental floss is the main support bearing the weight, while the weak tape still provides some side support so that it does not wobble from side to side. If you don't have tape, you can try a glue gun. You can use safety pins with dental floss to attach the phone to the curtain, although of course you can't use the front camera that way. If you have a phone case, you can cut a support piece from this packaging container and insert it into the phone case. If you don't care about audio, you may use the audio port. Just insulate the coat hanger and put it in the audio port. You may repeat this for all your windows. It does not cost anything, and it does not take much time. If you want to place the camera somewhere other than a window, you can use a cup on a table or shelf. Pat it with something soft so that you can adjust the angle. If you want to conceal the camera or spy on someone, you can hide it under this black cloth because the camera lens is dark. You may also hide it inside a black box, like this.
I promise to show you a secure way to tie the waxy dental floss. See, if you use a common knot like this, it could be undone and it's not secure. My father taught my sister and me the following knot. Please also check out another video of mine on how to tie shoelaces. Every time I'm able to tie different knots quickly, I think of my father. In this case, instead of a dental floss, I'm using thicker thread so you can see more clearly.
With this black colored end in my left fingers and this white colored end in my right fingers, I will perform 4 quick steps. Place this black color end on the top of the white colored end. Hold the point where they cross between the left thumb and the middle finger, like this. At the end of this action, you should see this angle between the two. 2. Use your right fingers to hold the white string, wind it around the end of the white string, and back through the angle between the two. 3. Then tuck the black end down through the loop. 4. Holding the 2 loose ends and the lower part of the black string in your left hand, pull the white string so that it tightens around the black one. See? It is pretty strong for a single knot. It would be even more secure if you add a second knot. The second knot can just be a regular knot. However, keep in mind that a double knot requires a longer string and makes it a bigger knot. We'll repeat the demo with a dental floss. The description is very similar, just without the color code. 1. Place the end, which is in your left hand, across and on top of the one in your right hand. Hold the point where they cross between the left thumb and middle finger, like this. At the end of this action, you should see this angle between the two. Note that the end pointing to the right is the left string, while the end pointing to the left is the right string. Use your right fingers to hold the right string and wind it around the end of the right string and back through the angle between the two. Then, tuck the left string end down through the loop. 4. Holding the 2 loose ends and the lower part of the left string in your left hand, pull the right string so that it tightens around the left one.
Share this with people who you know that need it. Leave your own genius tips in the comment section below. Don't forget, I'm the Genius Asian. Subscribe for more useful videos.